This Excel tutorial explains how to use the Excel sumifs function with syntax and example. The Microsoft Excel sumifs function adds all numbers in a range of cells, based on a single or multiple criteria. The sumifs function is a built-in function in Excel that is categorized as a math function. It can be used as a worksheet function in Excel. As a worksheet function, the sumifs function can be entered as part of a formula in a cell of a worksheet. The syntax for the sumifs function in Microsoft Excel is sum range, criteria range 1, criteria 1, criteria range 2, criteria 2, and so on. For the arguments, first is sum range, these are the cells to sum. Second is criteria range 1, this is the range of cells that you want to apply criteria 1 against. Third is criteria 1, it is used to determine which cells to add. Criteria 1 is applied against criteria range 1. And criteria range 2 and criteria range n, this is optional. It is the range of cells that you want to apply criteria 2 and criteria n against. There can be up to 127 ranges. Lastly, criteria 2 and criteria n, this is also optional. It is used to determine which cells to add. Criteria 2 is applied against criteria range 2, criteria 3 is applied against criteria range 3, and so on. Let's use this data for our sample. The table on the left is the raw data, it has dates and corresponding sales per data date. Now we want to arrange the data into months with the corresponding total revenue on that period, like the table on the right. For easier assigning of data to formula, we will name the table data. For B3 B11, we will name it as date. And for C3 C11, we will name it as revenue. Okay. Let's start naming. First, go to Formulas tab, then click on Define Name. A pop-up window will appear, put on the name of the table and highlight the corresponding data. Do the same process, and name the remaining data on the table. Table naming is very helpful, especially when you have a large table or number of data. Instead of highlighting the table over and over again, you can just type in the table name. Okay. Let's now apply the sumif function on cell F3. Type in sumifs, first it will ask you to highlight the sum range. In our case we will just type in revenue, which is the table name for C3 C11. Next is the criteria range 1, type in date. For criteria 1, the dates to be captured should be greater than or equal to E3, or it WLL served as the lower limit. Next is the criteria range 2, type in again date. For criteria 2, the dates to be captured should be less than or equal to the last day of the month. The last day of the month will be given by the function a month, this serve as our upper limit. After completing the arguments, close the function with a parenthesis, then click on Enter. Drag down to copy the formula. Let's check if it has captured all values by taking the sum. There, it gives the same sum. For further checking, let's manually add the revenues for January. It also gives the same amount. It means our formula is correct. If you find this video helpful and interesting, please don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you.